Da-ba-da-bam, ba-da-ba-dam, ba-da-ba-da, 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 ba-da-ba-da. Wee-oo, 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 doo-doo-doo. OK, before I kick off, I do want to set one thing straight. I have to tell you, these films will not be some cynical attempt at self-promotion. I mean, obviously, I'm as cynical as the next guy. Well, maybe not him. Or her. Or them. In fact, I'm not very cynical at all. I'm a doctor. It's pretty hard to believe in the sanctity of human life and think that everyone is motivated by self-interest. But for those less pure of heart than myself, the NHS has its little compensations. Take, for example, the House Officer's Privilege, which is a code word. Well, sort of 4 code words, really, referring to an odd remnant of an old system that paid junior doctors for filling in death certificates. Now, here's someone who you might say adopted a slightly cynical approach to medicine. Harold Shipman. Not only did this maniac ruin the lives of hundreds of friends and relatives of his victims, he also had a smaller, unpublicised impact on the lives of his fellow doctors. As a result of his handiwork, doctors are now no longer paid for writing out death certificates. Thankfully, we do get a nice little earner from cremation forms. For this responsibility, each doctor is paid the handsome sum of 65 English pounds. There's another important job for the first doctor completing the creme form, or ash cash as it's charmingly known. That's making sure the stiff doesn't have a pacemaker. They tend to go up if they catch fire, and if that happens, you'll only go and blow the bloody doors off the furnace. Not really the ideal way to watch your loved one ascend to the pearly gates. My pal on Jerry's raked in a cool 1,365 quid in a bumper month. This almost equalled his salary. He paid for a swanky trip to the Caribbean with his missus from the ashes of his dead patients. The heartless, cold, lucky bastard. But now I'm in A&E, another source of revenue has flown my way. From Ash Cash, I learnt about Bash Cash. It's nice, isn't it, how some things rhyme? Makes it seem like less of a crime. I saw a guy in A&E after he'd been jumped by, maybe 10 guys. It's never one, is it? So it's always at least half a dozen. Yeah, 10 big guys with iron bars, yeah. Few stitches, some cleaning up, off you go. Next. Anyway, the next day I was served a wodge of papers. What the hell? Bash Cash, I was told. Intrigued by the mention of cash, I investigated. This form was far more tiresome than the creme forms, which are along the lines of, how did they die? Are you sure? Are you really sure? Good. Any pacemakers? Here's the money. Now, this one wanted documentation of all the injuries, examination findings, history given. Boring. But hey, no one dies, but I still get rich. Rich, I tell you, rich. Rich! Sadly, when the cheque finally arrived, after a good 40 minutes on that arsing form, I got 35 quid. Hardly worth it, especially when most of the beaten-up types are drunk tossers that were probably asking for it. There was one exception this week, who was one of our friendly neighbourhood constabulary. He'd got this inflammation of the eyes, and he developed difficulty breathing. Turned out he'd managed to deploy his own pepper spray on himself. And all I said was, what, did you see the words pepper spray on the can and feel a bit peckish? He told me to bugger off. Now, you know, I don't expect rapier-sharp repartee from our bobbies, but a bit of courtesy wouldn't hurt. Well, not as much as pepper spray, I think. Should we see? Ha! It's breath freshener. I'm not that mental. Anyway, there's this fit nurse on tonight. Be ashamed to waste this. Dr. Love is in session. See you next time.